Well, well, isn't this becoming a habit? Whenever you and I are on a mission, my dear, it always seems there's a keyboard involved, isn't there? The first time it was you using it, the second time it was me, and this third time, it's this guard here. Say hello to the guard, darling. The spy version. Look at them. They're positively shaking in their boots. I think you're intimidating them. I suppose it could just be because we're aiming our pistols at them, but you can be quite fearsome on your own sometimes, darling. I think it's that look in your eyes. Absolutely terrifying. Why, if I hadn't had a gun trained on you the first time we met, I think I would have been just as scared as our friend here is now. Speaking of which, step to the side, please, my friend. My associate here needs to disarm these nukes before they launch. Something they've gotten very good at, I should add. But they do need you to step out of the way. Thank you. I've had it, dear. It's all yours. Now, my friend, while they're busy, why don't we have ourselves a little chat? It's been my experience now that every time one of these launch site consoles is getting used, it's by a secret agent working for one organization or another. So tell the truth. We wouldn't happen to be on the same side, would we? Be honest. You don't want my friend over there interrogating you. Trust me, you don't. Think of this as one of those cliché cop shows, but with secret agents. I'm the good cop, and they are certainly the bad cop. So you really don't want to be interrogated by them, and I say that from experience. That sounds like something a secret agent would say, but also something a regular guard would say. Quite hard to tell. What do you think, darling? Yes, I think so too. A secret agent would probably have tried to escape by now. I know I didn't when you tried to interrogate me, but that's because I was talking to you, my dear. I knew I was in safe hands. Relatively, anyway. Now, my friend, since we've confirmed you're not a secret agent, I think it's best that... Me and my friend? Yes, of course we are together. We're partners. Whatever do you mean? Ah, I see. How on earth do you know that? Maybe it's because you are a secret agent after all. Maybe a rival. Maybe here to launch the nukes and blame it on someone else, yes? How else would you know that, then? Ah, yes, that makes sense. Quite the clever one, aren't you? Darling, I quite like this guard. I think we should keep them. Perhaps train them up and make a little pairing a trifecta. What do you think? Okay, they're not a fan of that. Don't take it personally, my friend. They almost shot me on our second date. Granted, I did hold a gun at them on our first, and knocked them unconscious, but I didn't actually shoot them. Also, I did leave them tied up in an enemy base. Well, that's not the same as being shot at, is it? Oh, what do you know? Some couples meet in the supermarket, some meet in an enemy missile base and tie each other up. Different strokes for different folks. That does bring me to my next course of action, though, friend. You see, me and my partner over there, you've been quite lucky getting us. We're not assassins. At least, not at the moment. Your death is a part of this game, see? Which means we're going to let you live. Granted, you will be tied up, and no doubt take the blame for letting us destroy the missiles. But I think that's a small price to pay, really. Most agents would have just snapped your neck while you were typing. A bit too brutal, I think. No doubt you agree. So, being tied up it is. What would you prefer? Handcuffs or rope? My darling over there didn't get the choice you're getting. Though I can't quite remember which one I picked. I might have gotten them mixed up. Anyway, pick one. Quickly. Ah, good choice. Much less chance of friction burns. Thank you for making this easy. I really do appreciate it. Now, if you'll just stay still. Oh, hello, darling. What seems to be the problem? Really? Well, that's a bit of a pickle. Did you manage to get around it? Or are we going to have to shoot the console again? Okay, that's fine. Not sure we could have outrun a nuclear explosion on our speeder bikes, but a normal explosion shouldn't be too bad. Wait a second though. Wouldn't that still wipe out the base? What about our friend here? I thought we weren't about that sort of thing. You know I'm a softie. Set off the alarms at least. Let's give these people a fighting chance. They'll be going to prison for the rest of their lives anyway. That's a much more fitting punishment. Please? For me? Thank you. Now, for the guard. I'm afraid you'll have to come with us, friend. Probably not your first choice, but we don't bite. I don't, anyway. Why is everyone giving me evil glares at the moment? Do you want to live or not? That's what I thought. Now come along, you two. First one to the speeders gets to ride on the back seat. There. Believe it or not, I'm starting to get used to these sprints. Not saying I'm enjoying them, but a bit of cardio never hurt anyone, really. Did it, darling? Mwah. Lovely work today. I was very impressed. Ah, and there it is. What a beautiful sight. It's too bad out of all the gadgets and gear we're carrying, none of us have a camera. Oh, they really let guards carry those? Could you get a photo of me and my partner here with the explosion behind us? I suppose that could be a way of repaying us for letting you live. Just let us pose and... Perfect. Can we see it? We're not the most photogenic couple, are we, darling? Though I suppose it could be worse. The explosion does add 10 pounds, as you always like to say. Obviously, we'll be taking that camera off of you, my friend. We are secret agents, after all. Can't have you posting our faces on social media or anything like that. But in return, you could have my speeder. A fair trade. And it's the only way you'll survive these temperatures anyway. And don't worry about me. I am more than happy to ride on the back of my darling speeder over there. I did come first in our little foot race after all. I was keeping track amid all that running. So off you go, my friend. Try not to join any more terrorist organizations. They never really end well for the people involved in them. Say goodbye, darling. Not the spy version, though. Definitely not that way. Just a general, regular goodbye will do. I'm not flustered. It's just the cold. Ah, look at them go. Do you think they'll actually listen to my advice? No, me neither. Still, it's a nice thought, isn't it? You know what would be funny? If we run into them again at the next base we hit. Oh, I bet they would love that. Hey, thank you for not killing them. I know you don't really mind that sort of thing, but it's nice to keep pretending we're the good guys, isn't it? I hope that lasts a while. Who knew disarming nukes could be so much fun? Especially when you're doing it with someone you care about. Mwah. Now, what do you say we get out of here, I'm quite looking forward to the ride back. You'll be driving, of course. And the thought of clinging onto you on the back of a speeder does give me a bit of enthusiasm when we're running from explosions, I will admit. I dare say it almost doubles my speed. But really, there isn't any reason to stay now, is there? After all, the day is saved, the missiles are blown, our work is done, isn't it? And I, for one, am sick of standing around in the rain and the cold. I just want to get home and enjoy a nice warm bubble bath with the one I love. Oops. Almost said something there, didn't I? But I didn't. Maybe I was about to say, I lord over. Perhaps the one I long to, Alright, you got me. I love you, darling. I didn't think I would ever be able to say that again. But I can, to you, because I know we're all on the same side. From now until forever, there's no one else I'd rather have on my side when I'm saving the world. Now come, let's go home.